already, look, it's going almost, well, probably double the speed. Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. Hello, you beautiful people out there. Welcome to another fantastic episode of JJ Plays Modded Minecraft. I am your host, Jon-Michael Booth, aka JJ. And let's get right into it, because today I promised you we would finish making the pulverizers that we started on Friday. Let's do one quick thing, just as a bit of a maintenance issue, because I noticed something when I was editing the video that was kind of like a dumb little moment of mine. Remember when I made these pulverized silver and pulverized gold, and what I used to actually pulverize? I pulverized a silver ingot and got one pulverized silver. I pulverized a gold ingot and got one gold pulverized gold, and that was just silly. Because I have a fantastic machine, the sag mill, which will actually grind up this stuff, silver ore and gold ore, and give me two pulverized instead of one pulverized. So I figured we should probably re-encode our patterns. And the way we re-encode our patterns is basically by dropping them back in the little slot here. You can see it actually switches to processing, so it remembers what the actual pattern was. So I am going to kill this and kill this, and I am going to say that one silver gives me two pulverized silvers, and re-encode that. There we go. And then we'll take the gold and we'll do the same thing. So let's clear that. And let's take one gold ore and two pulverized gold, and we'll re-encode that pattern. Alright, so now we're happy. So we can put these back, we can clear that out, we can open up our terminal here and go back to our sag mill and pop that in there and that in there. And now we are ready to way more efficiently create what we need to create. So, what did we need to do? We needed to create pulverizers. That's what we were hoping for. We want to create 8 of these things, so I figure let's just make a recipe for how to craft a pulverizer. So it's pretty easy. It uses a piston, it uses some flint, it uses some copper gears, and it uses a redstone reception coil. Do I have any of those things? Well, I have most of those things. I think I actually have a recipe for pistons already. Let me check that. Piston. I have a recipe for sticky pistons. Craftable, yeah, I have a recipe for pistons, so that's not a problem. What I do need a recipe for, though, is copper gears. So let's go back to my pulverizer, and let's make a recipe for copper gears. It's pretty easy. Copper ingots and an iron ingot. And bang, there it is, right there. Actually, these are the wrong kind of copper, I think. Yeah, because there's different kinds of copper. Maybe that is the right kind of copper. Is that the one I have a lot of? Copper. Let's see, that's the copper from Thermal Foundation. You know, I guess it's the same. Does that look like a different color to you? Now, for some reason, I feel like that's the wrong color. I'm going to craft 4 of them and just see what I got. Oh, actually, there we go. Oh, I guess it's the same color. Just my eyes are deceiving me. For some reason, from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen, it looks like a different color. All right. Let's come to this terminal and make a copper gear. Just like that. And we'll make a crafting pattern. Got that. And while we're here, we also need a redstone reception coil. Reception coil, which looks like that. Pretty easy. So let's make a pattern for that as well. There we go. And we'll come down here, and 1, and 2, and then to make a, actually let's make a redstone reception coil. Craftable, stored craftable, there we go. Let's make one of those, start. Let's make a couple copper gears, start. And then our pulverizer. Just like that. Now, the machine frame that we want to use in here is the resonant one, which is right here, which I don't have any of. So let's just craft one. So that's pretty easy. And of course, I'm building it in the wrong place. So, pulverizer. See if we can wait till this gets to the right colored one. Nope. Sometimes it works. Resonant. There we go. Okay, so we've got our piston, we've got our flint, got our resonant machine frame, copper gears, redstone reception coil. And remember, we have recipes for all of these things except for like the flint, which is just a raw material. So I will create my pattern for that, which is the pulverizer, and I should be done. Plunk that in there. And now, the moment of truth. We can come over to our pulverizer and we can say, we want 8 of those things. Not 9, 8. Next. And what are we missing? We are missing some fused quartz. Well, how come we're missing fused quartz? Is that something that we can make? Let's see. Fused quartz. Well, I have 16 of them, but I need to make more. How come I'm not seeing any fused quartz? Am I just blind? Probably. Fused quartz. This stuff. Oh, because it goes in a... actually, it goes in an alloy smelter. Why does it go in an alloy smelter? That's kind of weird. Do I have an... oh, I don't have an alloy smelter on the network at the moment. My alloy smelter is connected. Oh, it's not actually connected. Huh. Have I been using the alloy smelter in a manual fashion all this time? Well, it's time we fix that. So I'm going to add one of these ME interfaces, and I'm going to add one of these, which is an import bus. So let's come over to our other terminal, the one that's over here. ME interface. So we want to create one of those. And of course, we're missing a formation core. So formation core, we can craft one of those. And then we got our ME interface. If we take our ME interface and we put it in here, we get a different kind of ME interface, which is the smaller kind, which I like. Import. We just need one import bus. Let's take that. Got it. And then, you know what I should do? Actually, do I have any? No, I don't. I'm going to make a bunch more of these. Oops. Acceleration cards. Let's make another half stack of those. Sure. There we go. Isn't this great? I don't know. I'm so, every time I do this, I'm delighted. Just, hey, look at that. I can create things very, very fast. All right. So, over here, let's take our ME interface. And we'll stick it... oh, you know what we should do before we stick it anywhere? We should stick it in here and give it a name. Unfortunately, it's going to cost money. Well, not money. It's going to cost levels of enchantment. I need 5 levels in order to name the ME interface. So, you know what this means. Bottle of Enchanting. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Luckily, this is fast. Okay, back over here. Our ME interface goes there. And then we want to call this. So I'm putting this on an alloy smelter. Plonk. There we go. And I can come over to my alloy smelter and plow that on right there. And hopefully that doesn't break anything. Will it come back? Yes, it will come online. Good. Good stuff. And then I'll put my import bus down there. And hopefully that will also come online. Yes, everything's online. Everybody's happy. So now anything that gets manufactured by my alloy smelter will be automatically sucked through into my ME system. Probably wouldn't hurt to have at least a couple acceleration cards in there as well. Now, as far as the ME interface goes, there's not really anything I need to do here anymore. It's kind of already configured. All I really need to do is go over to my interface terminal, which is this guy, and make sure that it actually appears. And there it is, the alloy smelter. It's now at the top of my list. Okay, so now we need to start making some recipes for the alloy smelter. So what was that? Fused quartz. That's what we needed, right? Oh, there it is, right up there. Fused quartz. So the fused quartz is... Wow, that's weird. 4 and 4 and 4 gives you 3. So it takes 4 nether quartz to give you 3... Actually, sorry, 12 nether quartz to give you 3 fused quartz. Or 4 will give you 1. Is there any other way? Oh, I guess blocks of quartz, but that's okay. We'll just use nether quartz because we have a lot of it. So let's take our nether quartz right there. And then we need to take some fused quartz, like that. And now we have to create a processing pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4 and 4 gives us 1, 2, 3 fused quartz. Processing pattern. Bang. There it is. That should go in our alloy smelter right up here. And then, with any luck at all, if I need fused quartz, craftable. Where is the fused quartz? Oh, there it is, right there. So let's say I need, I don't know, 40 of those. Actually, let's make it 30 because then it'll use exactly, well, you know what it'll use. It'll use 120 nether quartz because that's 4 times 3, or 30. So it looks like it's ready to do it. I'll come over here. You can see it's actually cooking away, and it's doing it pretty slow, but it is doing it. And then if we come down here to our alloy smelter, we can see, yeah, so it is actually cooking away. And it's not going super fast, even though we do have an octadic capacitor in there, so yeah, it's okay. It'll do. So fused quartz isn't the fastest thing in the entire world to cook, but that's okay. So what were we doing? Why did we need the fused quartz? Remember the pulverizer? We created the pulverizers. We have 8 of them, right? Or do we not? We don't have 8 of them because we needed more fused quartz. So now we have fused quartz. Okay, good. We're all good now. So now we're crafting the pulverizers. And if I come over here and take a look, the fused quartz is still being made. A different CPU is manufacturing my pulverizers. And actually, they're going pretty fast. That's pretty neat. They are being assembled. They should be assembled in my molecular assemblers. I don't know where they are being assembled. No, I'm not seeing them. Oh, there it is, right down there. Boom, 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 done. Okay. So, pulverizers. Let's go. Stored and craftable. There's my 8 pulverizers. Okay. Okay, so this episode is coming along. Believe it or not, we are off to a slow start, but now we're good. So you can see in last episode, I actually, before the last episode, I already set up all these import and export buses to try to speed up this whole process, but it just ended up slow anyway. 8. There we go. I now have 8 pulverizers. And what's neat about these is because I added the resonant machine frames, I have 3 additional augmentation tabs for these, and that's where things are going to start to really, really speed up. So let's experiment with our pulverizers, shall we? Let's take some gold, because I think actually let's just look at ore. Yeah, actually copper. Look at how much copper I have. I have so much copper. I'm actually generating more copper than I'm actually that I'm grinding down. So I'm going to take 64 copper. I probably don't need a whole 64 copper. I actually didn't need to go all the way over there. I have a terminal down there. I always keep forgetting about that. Okay, so up here we're going to stick 1 piece of copper in there. We're going to take a look at how fast it loads and how fast it operates. It's going pretty slow. But the nice thing is, it's generating a lot of copper. It's making a lot of noise too. So let's add a couple acceleration cards in there, so that'll keep it stocked. Yeah. But it's still going slow. So now what we need to do is we need to upgrade that thing. So how do we upgrade a pulverizer? Speed upgrade. It's not called a speed upgrade with the pulverizer. Pulverizer uses, what kind of machine is that? It's a thermal expansion. So actually let's try the word upgrade. Nope, it doesn't use any of these either. Alright, so let's do a search. Thermal. Oh yeah, it's these right here. Oh yeah, I already made one of these. Did I make a recipe for that? Oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Craftable. Oh, I didn't. Well, I'm gonna. So, take one of those. And then, yeah, I need to actually increase that even more. So let's just use the first level to start with. So you can see how fast it's going right now. If I open the augmentation tab and I just drop that in, already, look, it's going almost, well, probably double the speed. Oh, that's amazing. That's fantastic. So I'm going to need to make a recipe for these secondary reception coils. And now, I know that these things are called augments. So if I type in augment, there we go. So secondary reception coil. The second level is called overclocked modular gearbox, and it's made like this with some bronze. Most of these things I have or have recipes for now. The redstone reception coil I just made. Gold. Bronze I don't think I have a recipe for, but at least I have some bronze. Didn't I make a recipe for these? That's kind of weird. Oh, I did, but you can't actually, you can't just stick a recipe in. You actually need to make one. So there we go. So that'll go in there. Bronze will go in there. And then in the bottom, augment. I need some of these pyrotheum dust. All right. Pulverized coal, sulfur, redstone, and blaze powder. Do I have any of those? Yeah, I do. Beautiful. So let's take a couple of those And then we will make our augment. There we go. Okay. I know I should have done a whole recipe for that, but I didn't. So, oh, how come my pulverized copper is staying here and not draining out? That is kind of weird. This device is online. Oh, I know why. Because the configuration is set the wrong way. So these should not be set as anything. Neither should that. But this should be set to orange. There we go. So now the bottom is orange, which means anything that goes in either of these two slots will get sucked out by my ME system, or into my ME system. It looks like I'm going to need at least one card in there just to see. Yeah, so everything's draining pretty fast now. Faster than it can fill. Alright, good. Back to the augmentation tab to do what I was meaning to do. So you can see how fast it's going now. If I add the second level of augmentation, boom. Oh, look, it's like almost doubled again. Okay, see? Now we're getting somewhere. But I need to do that third level of augmentation just to really up the ante here. So augmentation right there. Okay, so this one's a little bit harder. More pyrotheum dust. Actually, yeah, it's not really that hard. Do I still have the resources to do this? I do. Okay, so there's that. There's that, which I need. Got it. And then there's that. There we go. All right. And finally, so it takes about a second to go through. So if I add the third augmentation, yep, doubled again. Okay. So now you see exactly why I wanted to build these augmentations. So I am going to do that. And because you guys know exactly how to do that, I am not going to waste your time. Remember, I've said this before. I'll do that off camera. So, but what I'm going to do, just so that you guys know, is I will come up to my pattern terminal. I will make recipes for all those things, and then I will generate enough of them to fill all of my pulverizers, and that will be that. And that, as they say, is going to be it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love seeing each and every one of you every time you come to my episodes, and I hope you love seeing me too. If you do, click the thumbs up button. Give me a like on this video. Let's see if we can get to, like, I don't know, 2 likes. It'll be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.